did you see the individual matchup against LWX in this quarterfinals?
I actually thought he was a lot better than expected. When I watched his group stage games, I didn't think he was that insane, but at the same time, to win LPL, he has to be really good. So I kind of thought he'd probably do something really nice in the game, and I thought his laning phase was pretty good. He was really smart about the waves and stuff. So he almost always got like a seat lead on me, and I think he just played really well together with his team. They set up a couple of 4-man dives on his bot lane, and I think they just played really well together with their team. And I think that's actually something they have on RNG that they do better. Because I think when we played RNG last week, they didn't really do that well together as a like lane to lane or like lane to jungle. Meanwhile today they were always on point with each other.
Hey, this is Darius from the Shot Caller. My question is directed towards Joey Youngbuck. Of course, the first two games were a bit disheartening for Fnatic fans to watch. What went wrong in those two games in particular?
I think in hindsight, it's really easy to say that we came in with the wrong strategy. We had a really good inkling they were potentially first winning side because we had a lot of success on it, and we had prepared two strategies, one to play against it and one to plan it and play against ranked on the step. So starting 0-1 was not good, and knowing that our strategy didn't work. I also felt that we were too inactive on it, not making proactive plans early on, and it's something we addressed after we won the third game. There was a lot of hope, but it wasn't enough.
Any more questions? AJ, it's coming to you.
So, what's the biggest difference, or what's the biggest hurdle you think Western teams have against beating Eastern teams? Anyone can answer this?
I feel like one thing that's really different when playing a Eastern team compared to a Western is that all these guys are really, really high level mechanically. They play really, really well individually while having better team play most often than Western team does. There are some Western teams that play really well together, but often it's like either you're a really good team play or really good mechanics, but many of these Eastern teams actually have the whole package. And as Martin said, they make really, really good plans, and meaning that if we don't play at a really, really high level individually while making even better plans, it's really hard to take them down, and that's where we fall today.
This question is also for Roxa. Obviously you guys didn't go as far as you would like to. Would you be able to just sum up your tournament, and what was the biggest difference this year compared to last year?
I'm not sure exactly what the biggest difference is this year compared to last year. I think in week one we also had the problem of playing a bit too passive. We were not playing aggressive enough, and then week two we kind of turned it around and started to play really aggressive, and I think today was a bit of a similar story where we played a bit too passive to begin with. We had to bring it back, but we didn't manage to bring it back in time, and it was just difficult after all being down 0-2. So I think we were not as proactive and not as aggressive, and we didn't really take the matter into our own hands as much as we did last year. And we recognized that today after the second game, but that was too late.
Hello, this question is for Nemesis. Nemesis, this was your first year as in international competition. Now it has ended, but how would you rate yourself this year?
I would rate myself pretty good. Better than most people expected. I have like high shoes to fit, and I think I did fine.
One question regarding the atmosphere in the arena. This goes to anyone who wants to discuss it. I was sitting down with a few of the Fnatic fans in the crowd, and the arena really exploded at times. Did that at least give you guys some hope and motivation throughout the game, and was that a motivator at one point?
Yes.
This is Roxa. There's a lot of talk tomorrow about Damwon versus G2. Damwon are apparently the scrim gods of this tournament. Who do you think is going to take it tomorrow, and how real do you think Damwon is and all the hype around them?
I think it's pretty hard to predict the match coming into tomorrow. I think it's going to come down a lot to momentum. Like for example, if Damwon wins game 1, I would say that they are going to take the series and the other way around. And I think it's going to be a lot about momentum. I think both teams are really strong, but I think G2 has a really good shot at actually taking it.
Any more questions? Last call, Western Media. All right, we're done with Western Media. We are going to move on to Mainland.
好，中文媒体有想提问的请举手。有吗？你好，我是体坛周报的记者，然后想问一下辅助Harrison，就是你在之前对阵 FunPlus 的第一局用了一个牛头，然后表现的并不好，那么在第二局锁定那个牛头的时候，你是怎么考虑的？
This is a question for the support Hillsong. In game 1, you picked an Alistar, but the performance wasn't that good. Why did you pick it again in game 2?
Actually, in game 1, I think, but maybe we're talking about game 2. I think I just made a lot of mistakes, which were not because of champion, but just because I played poorly. And I just didn't think it's the champion's fault, so I picked it again, and it worked out.
我觉得我犯了很多失误，不见得都是选角色的一个问题，所以我第二次又继续选。
你好，我是人民英文记者，我当时叫 Riglis 吧。然后今天场下他们的主场氛围特别的浓厚，很多人在支持他们。他现在有什么想对粉丝说的？
This question is for Reckless. You guys had a lot of fans in the stadium today, and the atmosphere was amazing. Do you have anything to say to the fans that were supporting you throughout the games?
Sorry for the embarrassing performance.
对不起，我们的表现非常的令人失望。
这里有一个问题想要提问多下，就今天其实是第一次跟 FunPlus 的打野交手，然后可不可以评价一下他今天的表现？
This is a question for Roxa. This is the first time that you have played Tian on stage. Can you rate Tian's performance today or comment on it?
I think Tian played really today. I knew coming into the series he would be the most aggressive jungler I would have to go up against so far in the tournament. And I think it really showed today that not only did he play aggressive, try to play in my face, but he also played really well with his entire team, and especially the Do and B. And I think the two of them have really good synergy. And yeah, all in all, he just played really well. So I think he had a good performance.
我觉得天今天玩得非常的好。我在比赛之前就知道他会是我将遇到的对手当中最具有侵略性的，所以你可以看到他今天其实不断的就是直接挑战我的野区这样子。然后他跟队伍的联动也是非常的出色，特别是跟多云比的这个中野联动，所以我只能说他今天真的玩得非常的出色。
好，中文媒体这边还有问题吗？ 好，没有了。
That's a wrap. Thank you, Fnatic. Can you guys stand up? They want to take some photos real quick.